Today, I want to talk about self-compassion. Self-compassion is something that is very important to me in both my personal life and my professional life. And it's something that's not always talked about, or it gets mixed up with self-esteem or other pop psychology terms. Self-compassion is a practice. It's not something that happens overnight. Rather, it's something that you practice, and over time, you become kinder to yourself and wiser because of it. Self-compassion means holding space for ourselves, our pain, our emotions. Holding space without judgment towards our experience, but rather with kindness. Self-compassion teaches us how to nurture ourselves. When we have self-compassion, we become the observer of our minds and of our bodies. As we observe what's happening with us, we come to understand what we're really needing. Sometimes that's a few words of encouragement and support toward ourselves. Sometimes that might be a caring touch, maybe even a hug towards ourselves. I encourage people to use caring touches towards themselves. They can be very healing and powerful. Self-compassion opens us up to the possibility of taking care of ourselves. We can't control the inner voice that may have been created from past experiences that were negative. We can't, deny that those negative thoughts, feelings, emotions come up. We can't deny our pain. All that we can do is be there with it. Be there and walk beside our pain, nurturing it and staying open to the possibilities. I find that my clients are often much more critical towards themselves, have high standards for themselves, and then oftentimes are much less critical towards others. And a practice that I like to do with them is imagine themselves saying what they say to themselves in their self-talk to a really good friend or a loved one. Oftentimes they say, "Oh my gosh, no, I would never say that to her or him. I would never do that." And I ask, well, what would you say in that moment? And oftentimes they can come up with really supportive and encouraging words. This exercise teaches us that we have the ability to be compassionate, but it's just challenging to turn that inward. It's not something that we're taught or that society likes to share with us to practice. So I think that doing this exercise can teach us what we can say to ourselves and how we can work with that critical voice in our minds and input another voice of compassion. Self-compassion also teaches us that pain is universal. The experience of pain and the experience of emotions is not unique to us. A huge part of depression and anxiety is feeling that we're alone, feeling that we are isolated and nobody understands our experience. Self-compassion shows us that we're all connected. Although we may have different experiences, we all understand pain. We all know these emotions. And there's something healing in knowing that it's okay to feel what you feel. Other people feel it too. Self-compassion teaches us how to be mindful observers of our experience, how to be non-judgmental towards ourselves, how to nurture ourselves, and it teaches us to feel connected to others. I hope this was helpful. I do recommend Kristen Neff and Tara Brach as really good resources to learn more about self-compassion. Thanks.